Raise your hand if you own a cell phone. Now keep your hand raised if you have texted while driving or have been in the car with someone who is texting and driving. Look around. Almost everyone in this room has their hand raised. Whether we like to admit it or not, we have tried it without thinking. We have rode in the car with someone without speaking up and saying, "Stop." We as humans are so in love with technology and how much it has bettered our lives that we do not want to put our cell phone down for just 1 second. If we get a text, phone call, email, or even social media notification, we feel the need to reply to it as soon as it comes through, no matter what we are doing. I have become extremely interested in this topic because I believe it is a serious issue in this world today. I also believe that people do not take it as a serious problem when it really is one. We humans do not realize how dangerous it really is, no matter how many videos schools show to kids and how many accidents we hear about on the 5 o'clock news. Today, I'm going to tell you why I believe texting and driving is a terrible idea. One reason texting and driving is a terrible idea is because if we are texting and driving, our attention is completely taking off of the road. If you have ever taken your eyes off of the road to text and drive, you might not want to admit it, but most people would consider you a distracted driver. Distracted driving is anything that takes your attention off of the road. In the Nation's Health article, Barbara Harsha from the Governor's Highway Safety Association states, "Driving a car is a very complex task which estimates that distractions are associated with 15% to 25% of crashes at all levels. It requires your complete attention. All it takes is a glance away for more than 2 seconds and you can get into some serious trouble." According to research from the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, texting while driving is associated with the highest risk of all cell phone related tasks. The research found that text messaging causes drivers to take their eyes off the road for 4.6 seconds over a 6-second interval. That means at 55 miles per hour, a texting driver would travel the length of a football field without even looking at the road. Texting and driving is most definitely the most common form of distracted driving. Anytime we take our eyes off of the road, even for a split second, we are putting our lives and someone else's in danger. After telling you of how big of a distraction texting and driving can be, let's focus on the effects texting and driving can have on you. Did you know that the leading factor of car crashes or near crashes is driver inattention? According to the Health Psychology homepage, 78% of crashes involved a driver that was distracted by texting within 3 seconds before an accident. How Stuff Works tells us the story of the Transport Research Library in London's experiment to see if texting and driving was worse than drunk driving. The study found that reaction times for those who texted while driving were 35% worse than when they drove without any distractions at all, according to Nugent. When driving while intoxicated, the reaction time was only 12% worse than when the driver was sober and driving without any texting distractions. The researchers also found that there was a significant decrease in the ability to maintain a safe driving distance between vehicles while texting, and steering control dropped by 91% compared to driving without distraction, according to Nugent. One of the study's commissioners eventually concluded that texting and driving is one of the most dangerous things a driver could do while behind the wheel of a car. Now that you see the dangers of texting and driving, let's focus on why it is important to not text and drive. According to Driving Test, they give us 10 reasons of why we shouldn't text and drive. But I'm not going to bore you to death on every single reason why and the details, because ain't nobody got time for that. One reason is, why on earth would you want to harm yourself, your passengers, someone else and their passengers, or even pedestrians? Why would you want to hurt yourself or someone else? I mean, my boyfriend tells me all the time that I am precious cargo, while he's driving me around. He doesn't want to distract himself to put me or him in any danger at all. You should not want to distract yourself so badly that you could end up hurting yourself, your passengers, or someone else. Have you heard that it is illegal in 35 states in the United States? Why would you want to pay a $300 ticket by sending "okay" or "I'm on my way"? I do not know about y'all, but I don't have the money to spend on a ticket right now. I believe it is important to know why texting and driving is so dangerous for not only the driver, but others as well. Today, I'm going to tell you why I believe texting and driving is a terrible idea. I believe I have given you great reasons of why you should not text while driving. Maybe you will even tell the person you are riding with to stop texting and driving while you are riding with them. Although a seemingly simple task, texting and driving may be the most provoking action one can do while driving. We need to come together and stop texting and driving for good.